on pole position. He did disconnect, but is back and also sitting in the garage. It's going to be tense going into turn 1. So many cars will probably run wide onto the grass and get debris. And then there'll probably just be a massive pile up from then. On board then with Goody in the McLaren Honda. Currently sitting in 14th place as qualifying comes to an end. Only flying laps can now be completed. Goody does very well there in the McLaren. Where can he put this? Left-hander then. Tricky right-hander. The car can get away from me here. You've got to try and keep the foot down. The more speed, the more downforce. The DRS opens halfway down the straight. He'll be happy it's equal cars, otherwise he'd be dead last in the grid. 207 miles an hour into a heavy braking zone of the 100-metre board. Just misses the apex, it's going to cost him a few tenths. A bit of lag as well, but gets on the power nice and early. The fuel light is also flashing. Round the final corner, can he move inside the top 10? Goody up to the line, he does improve and he goes P9. Very good lap there from the McLaren. Jacko's going slowly, Joe is in the pit lane. Silent Assassin, your championship leader, is currently in 3rd. And he is going slowly. That is really the only person out on track at the moment, whether it was lag, no, he is going slowly. So that pretty much rounds up qualifying in ILR3 for the 2nd round in China. And I must say, I don't like Sauber myself, but it is a very nice looking car. Especially in that camera going down the straight. Doesn't even bother opening the DRS. Everybody then pretty much in the pit lane waiting for Silent Assassin to come into the pits or cross the start-finish line. I assume he will just come into the pits, and indeed he does. Also, no more gravel at the pit entry this time. We've seen many culprits in that corner. Pastor Maldonado putting it in the wall. Hamilton costing championship title hopes by putting it in the gravel, but luckily for these drivers, there is no more gravel there. So if they run wide, they're just going on to sweet tarmac. And pulls into the pit box is Silent Assassin. 56 seconds remaining of qualifying. Silent Assassin is your championship leader and is currently sat in P3. You can say not the best qualifying for your championship leader so far, but maybe there was hidden potential in Australia and other drivers could challenge him. We are only at the 2nd round.
It's saying
the mechanic.
It's saying Aiden that Baz is top, but there's no time set by him, so I don't know what that's about. But
Baz is top.
We've got a few drivers here at the back. We start on the fresh set of tyres. Be interested to see what strategy they go for, softs or mediums. I can see them doing a long stint. You got the guys on the front starting on super softs, and I mean, you can only see those tyres lasting a good 8 laps max before they start dropping off.
Well, if you're starting at the back of the grid, you have a fresh set of harder tyres, as Jack was just saying, so anything could happen, especially with safety car. And Bobster in the Renault is in the top 10 and also on the softs. He's the only driver in the top 10 with the harder compound of tyres.
And Baza has gone pole by 1.32, so he's over a minute ahead of second. So there's obviously a nice little glitch.
Pole position in China.
That's a record.
With your championship leader, Silent Assassin in 3rd. MK Born is 4th, with Owen in 5th. Danny 6th, Bobster in 7th. Arctic Devils is in 8th, Goody is in 9th, and Demon Ash rounds up the top 10.
I mean, I know these 2017 cars are going quicker, but I mean, that is just ridiculous. What a lap.
Well, I'll tell you what, if they had the FOM licensing, it'd be new lap record every time he went round. Remarkable.
I think we're just waiting for the drivers to ready up. We don't have any power over that.
Yeah, we can't do anything. We need to wait for the drivers to ready up. As so polishing off the final Park Fermi rules before the race.
We also have ILR2 driver Paul McGuinness sitting at the back, who'll be acting as our safety car steward. There's a little drive around Shanghai.
Should be a fun race at the back. But you know that time from Barry, or Baza, that's incredible. Yep.
Remarkable.
Yeah. To be
Yeah.
over a minute and a half faster than second place, that's got to have broken records everywhere.
World records.
World records, league records, records, yep.
Records.
Record
What are we
records.
waiting for?
Baza to ready up. On my screen anyway.
Oh, has he glitched out?
Well, have we glitched out on pole sitter Baza? He did leave and then rejoin, so we could have the first casualty before the race has even started.
What?
We
Jacket.
are waiting for Baza in the chat, it says.
He's going to have to... Jacko, did you put the formation lap on?
Yeah, I can confirm formation lap this week.
Good, good. Chrissy boy, you die, FC. You die.
Well, if Baza would leave, he has the opportunity to rejoin, especially with ILR having the formation lap. So giving disconnected drivers the chance to get back into their grid slot before the 5 red lights come on.
Baza needs to quit the lobby and then rejoin in the formation lap. Wow, this is fun.
There's great content for the viewers.
Way, there we
Baza
go.
has finally left, so we will now be heading down to the grid for the Shanghai Grand Prix. We are expecting it to be dry.
Yeah, I'm in the garage here. I don't know what is going on.
As we are currently looking at the garages, the race will start in around 25 seconds or so. The teams make their final preparations for lights out. And I'm sure Martin Brundle is down there running after Esteban Ocon with his grid walk.
He's not going to have any word with him though. He's straight off to the toilet.
He's not going to have anything. Ocon is off to the loo.
You in the garage as well?
Yeah. Here we go then. Oh, it's the formation lap. Got overexcited. And the drivers are off for the formation lap. There's a fast starting Toro Rosso there, but everyone getting away nice and cleanly. It is only the formation lap.
It's good to see we've added it this week.
Joe leads the cars into turn 1. So we have lost Baza, who hasn't been able to rejoin so far. Assassin currently in second in the Sauber. MK Bourne has been shifted up into third. Owen is now fourth. Danny 5th in the Toro Rosso. Bobster in the Renault is 6th, and he has his teammate Arctic Devils for company. In 8th place is Goody in the McLaren Honda. 9th is Demon Ash, and Sir Lanix will round up the top 10. Is he on the medium tyres? I do believe he is, and he is. The only driver, I think, on this grid with the medium compound tyre. That's a lie, the Ferrari in 12th is also on the mediums. Jacko is on the mediums in 13th as well. Paul McGuinness in the Williams is cruising around. Pretty much the Paul the rest of today in the Williams, and there for the crack. As we are now coming towards the end of the formation lap, the drivers make their way down the long back straight. They're going to weave, they're going to brake heavy, they're going to put the power down heavy to warm up those tyres and brakes. They have to, especially the pole sitter.
Ferrari just went off.
Crash off in the background. Jack caught that, I didn't. What happened there, Jack?
They were weaving their tyres, the Ferrari, and he lost the rear end on the back straight and went straight into
Ferrari's
the...
still spinning. I'm not quite sure who it is, my camera won't pick him up. But Joe
It's Owen,
hasn't backed up the grid.
it's Owen Wyatt.
So
Lovely spin there.
his tyres will be one of the coldest, as he hasn't been able to back up the grid.
There's a big gap there between the McLaren there and P7.
Baza still isn't here.
I think his car's gone. I don't think he'll be able to get back in.
So we are missing a grid slot. I think that was the Ferrari that went spinning off in the background. Hopefully he has no damage, and Owen doesn't have any damage, I don't think, and He will go through the other cars and return to his grid slot, and the final two cars are making their way. The green flag is waved in the background.
Jump start with a Ferrari by the looks of it. 12.
Charlie Whiting starts a sequence of lights. We've got 5 red lights here in Shanghai. And it's lights out, and away we go. There's a McLaren not moving. The Red Bull's got away very well. There's a Cyber though, right up the inside of Silent Assassin. Can he make the move into turn 1? They're going side by side. He's gone wide. Oh, there's contact in the back. There's the Toro Rosso. And the pole sitter's already down to 3rd. The top 3 scrapping it out. Is it clean though? It is, and I think Silent Assassin might have just taken 1st place. Pushes the Ferrari wide. Oh, they're taking each other out. Silent Assassin is round, and Joe is promoted back into 1st place, and those two will be demoted back. Will be demoted to the back off the grid. The 2 Renaults are scrapping as well, but Joe gets away cleanly there. Managed to avoid the incident with the top 2 and is back into 1st place. Demon Ash, who started in 9th place, has made his way into 2nd for Force India. Bobster and Arctic Gambles, the 2 Renaults, making their way into 3rd and 4th. Goody in the McLaren Honda, I think, was a slow-moving car off the grid. He is 5th place. So Lennox, who started 10th on the mediums, is into 6th place, and there's a very good opportunity here. Dan is lagging a bit and is into 7th place on the soft compound tyre. Yes, and that's Roux in the Ferrari. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. Was he the one spinning off in the back? Dan's going slowly. No, it's just lag. I'm going to go back to the front. Is that the 2 Red? No, it's not. It's Bobster and Demon Ash side by side. Oh, not side by side. There's a bit of lag there. Now they're side by side into the heavy braking zone. Bobster tries to go around the outside. Can he pull a Paul McGuinness-esque move and do the cutback? No, he can't. He's got to watch out though for his teammate. He hasn't covered off, and this car's battling off in the background. The McLaren in a bit shaky on the rear as that McLaren, as Dan lost the rear on the curb, and that's Williams in the back, and I'm guessing that's Paul McGuinness. I don't think he did retire, and he is Paul McGuinness down the 11th. Owen Watt is in 12th and is pulling into the pits. He does have end-plate damage on the left-hand side. The McLaren then of MK Bourne is just crossing the line now and is in P13. Silent Assassin has no front wing after that crash on lap 1, and he's pulling into the pits. His championship leader is wowing already, and Joe is pulling at a gap at the front. Demon Ash is under pressure from the 2 Renaults, who are pulling away from 5th place Goody in the McLaren Honda. But what can Bobster do about the Force India? Demon Ash has gone wide. He started 9th and is already up to 2nd. He's gone wide, and that's going to allow Bobster through. It might allow the Renault through. It has, and maybe the McLaren as well. He hasn't. The McLaren hasn't been able to get past yet, but now he's moving even under more pressure, and this time it's from a McLaren Honda. Demon Ash misses the apex. Hasn't done well there, Jack, did he?
Very rear loose end there. Just went flying out the back. He did in the last lap as well. I mean, I managed to save it, but I mean, if he's doing it this early on, he's going to struggle with worn tyres. Shame there, because he was looking good for P2. He's going to struggle to get past those Renaults again. I think they're probably a bit quicker than him. Bobster and the Arctic Devils, they're looking strong for a podium. But I mean, Silent Assassin, Owen, I mean, they were my 2 favourites for the podiums, and they're at the back of the field. So Owen's stuck on some softs. Silent Assassin also some softs. So hopefully they need a safety car and get back in this race, because they're probably the 2 of the quickest guys on this track.
Alright, so Lennox is challenging Goody here for 5th place. Can he go down the outside? No, he can't. He's backed out of it. Is he going to switch to the inside? He is, and Sir Lennox is into 5th. A very good move. Goody looks like he's going to come back though, and Sir Lennox has it held. He's up to 5th, and on the mediums there's also a Mercedes with Dan in there. He tried to stick his nose up the McLaren, but he can't get it done yet, and Dan stays in 7th place. He's also under pressure here. I think it's a bit of lag. No, the Ferrari is all over him. Dan is lagging a bit, and it's hard to commentate on, so we're just going to leave that for now.
Ignore that.
We'll come back to that later. I think he's got the Jolyon Palmer issue. His transmitter isn't working properly. I'm not quite sure where he is on the circuit. But Bobster is pulling away from his teammate. He might be slowly catching the race leader, I'm not too sure. The gap is just over 3 seconds. We'll come back and check that later on. But Sir Lennox is in a very good position here. A safety car would probably work in his hands at this point. Lap 3 out of 28, and he's on the medium tyres. Arctic Devils then has a bit of a gap to the cars behind, which is Demon Ash and the Toro Rosso, who's flying on those medium tyres. There's a scrap going on in the background, I think there is.
Goody 2K. Goody 2K must have lost a few positions then, because he was 4th originally. He's down to 7th
Danny
now.
passed. Danny is into P8, lovely move up the inside.
Well then, cleaner start, settling in now.
Yep, the race is certainly starting to come
Ron's making a move on the inside of the Toro Rosso for P8.
My face comes broken. I'm not able to see it. Oh, Dan is still all over the back of Goody in the McLaren, and Danny, I'm pretty sure he's already passed. I think he made the move at the final corner or just before it. But he is under now some pressure from Root and Jackal. MP Vaughan has not set the fastest lap, I don't think.
That was a quick
49
lap.
seconds, it's a bit quick.
Must be on those hyper softs.
Hyper softs.
I'll just shut up.
The race is starting now to calm down a bit, but there is a high possibility of a safety car around the circuit. Some of the barriers are quite close to the track at some areas. So Lanix then still making good progress. I think he is actually catching the next car, and Goody is starting to get caught here by Dan and Danny. There's a bit of a tongue twister there, got a bit confused. But Goody then can he hold off the Mercedes down the straight. DRS is unable this lap. Here comes Dan. 207 miles an hour. Does he make the move into the braking? No, he doesn't. Danny getting very close to the back of that Mercedes. They can't make the move, and I've got the hiccups. Is someone making their first pit stop? I believe they are, and it is Arctic Devils for Renault in P5. I'm going to stick with Arctic Devils and see what kind of tyres he puts on.
There's a mega battle at the back.
He could potentially gain some time on his teammate. He is going to go for another set of the super soft tyre, and it looks like he will be rejoining and clean it. He's going to go for a front wing change as well, so he must have had contact somewhere around the lap.
I think the guys in the mediums towards the back, if they just keep it neat.
Ahead, Goody. Jack all over the back. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you there, Jack.
It's okay.
Dan makes the move on Goody. Can't quite make the move just yet, but they're going to be going side by side. Dan is
teleporting.
I think made the move. They're going side by side to the left-hander. Danny hasn't got the downforce through there, but Dan's still behind. He's going to make the move up the inside, kind of squeeze that Mercedes past the McLaren. Again, he's going to push Dan wide a bit there. Maybe Dan has a case, but I think Goody just holds on, and here he does. Goody holds on to 5th place for now.
Dan needs to check if he's downloading that FIFA patch or not. Looks like he's downloading something.
Arctic Devils has rejoined in clean air in 11th place as well, so they can put the foot down now, maybe able to gain those few seconds back he lost for changing the front wing.
And he's
so
on
there's
super
a massive
soft.
scrap. There's a scrap going ahead actually. It's Solanix making a move for a podium position. He's past the Force India of Demon Ash, but he comes right back at him. I think he's outbraked himself, indeed he has. And Solanix on those medium tyres has some serious pace and is in to a podium paying position. Bobster doesn't respond to his teammate pitting, and Joe is still leading out in front. But Dan, all the back of Danny's got past Dan actually. Can he make the move again on the Toro Rosso? He has DRS. Danny doesn't. Has he got the straight line speed into turn 1? He hasn't. But maybe let Danny break himself. Dan can't really make the move just yet, I don't think.
Hell of a battle.
Jacko and Rue in the Ferrari at the back. And the camera car in the back of Paul McGuinness is enjoying this.
Well, are you making the battle in the back, Paul?
Yeah, this is some good battling at the back from RWE and Jacko. And the two guys ahead, I'm not sure who that is though, but...
That's Dan and Danny as well.
Good, yeah. Danny's doing a good job so from pit. But no, this is a nice battle.
Barry,
we all know that Paul is the expert of strategies, so when are you expecting these people to make their first pit stops?
I think Super Soft's... Oh, Jacko's making a move. Ooh, I think Super...
strategy. Sorry, I'm going to go Jack.
I think Super Soft should look in probably about 7, 8, 9, and Softs before the Delta really starts dropping lap 12ish, and then you could go into the mediums to the end, or if you're not, you're going to have to 2-stop it. What were you going to say, Paul?
Under my strategy, I'd probably pit now for like the intermediates or something, so best not asking me.
Down into the heavy braking zone. RWE is locked up massively, and that's allowed Jacko to close in. Do we have any more people making their first pit stop? We have someone diving in. Who is that? It's not that, because my spectator comes broken. It's Goody for McLaren Honda.
Should we ride on board of him?
Will he go for another set of the super soft tyres? Let's have a look then. What are the McLaren boys going to be putting on that tyre? That car, sorry.
Is it raining? Is it just me?
I don't think it's raining, Jack.
I think it's just
a bit delusional. It's another set of super softs.
We need to get down to someone in the pit lane. Ted of his brolly.
I can confirm it's not raining. It's not. Wait, is it? No, it's not.
Cheers, Ted.
It's definitely not.
It is not raining, according to Ted under the pit lane. But Sir Lennox really is holding his own in second place right now. No one really challenging him. He really has had the pace on these medium compound tyres, and I just want to see what Jack thinks about this pace, especially on that compound of tyre.
Well, he's only 7 seconds off the leader, isn't he?
Oh.
7 seconds off the leader, especially on the medium compound tyre. He has to run the faster compound as well.
Well, let's have a look
but
where...
your race leader has to at least run a slow.
So, Bobster's on the softs, but DNA Josh, he pitted early, he was on the super softs. And he's gone into a set of the softs. So he's now on P8, so he's going to be now hunting the pack in front down. But the question is, if he gets stuck in traffic, because he's approaching the Jacko and Ron train with Paul, he could get held up here. So this could play into the Bobsters and Solane's hands, you know? He has to get past these quickly.
Well, I'm now going to call him Solane instead of Solanix. Thanks for that.
It's okay. He wasn't happy last week. He was fuming last week.
And if someone else is pitching as well, it's not the Toro Rosso, it is not Dan either, it's Danny for Toro Rosso. The other one will be coming into the pit lane. Will he put on another set of super softs? That seems to be a common theme now for the recent drivers that have come into the pits the last 3 or so, have put on the super soft tyres, and he will do the same. Another set of super softs. Also got a Ferrari in there as well, like RWE. He puts on a set of the soft compound tyre, I believe that is. And here it is.
Yes, it is.
It is the soft compound tyre. Joe, then, your race leader, has made a pit stop and has come out behind Paul and Jacko, and Paul's obviously going to let him through. Joe does not want to get held up here, especially with Solane having to run the faster tyre. Bobster leading this race in the Renault.
So,
he's had some good race.
So that's Jacko in fourth, and I think this is really for race position, because Jacko will be one stop and he will not want to make it too easy, but he runs a bit wide and he is forcing his way through there.
Joe showing 100% aggressiveness. Aggression.
There we go.
Jacko, I couldn't spit it out there.
Stay in school, kids.
And Joe has now got to put the foot down and try and catch that Mercedes ahead.
Dan needs to do Jacko a favour, and if he does approach him, DNA Joe, Dan needs to hold him up. Crumpet.
Dan on the soft compound cars, what's he going to do here? So Lane, is he going to pit? He's not, he's going to stay out. Has Bobster pitted? Bobster stayed out as well, extending those softs as long as you can. Dan stays out, which is obviously not good news for Joe.
Aiden, those mediums, they can go to lap 20 if you want to.
So those mediums can go to lap 20?
Yes, Solane could be out for the long haul, then put on some set of a super soft at the end. And
I've also just noted that if Solane has to put on the faster compound tyre, your race leader, meant to be Joe, his fuel light was orange, which means he was under what he has, so he can't exactly run rich for a lot either.
No, he's underfueled the car.
Has to be straight pace on standard mix.
He's gambled on a safety car or VSC to help him out, and it's not come yet. I could kill him in the back straight.
Well, he's not going to be able to run rich for long. That might hurt the Red Bull, especially having the Renault power unit as well.
Silent Assassin and Owen running lonely races at the back. 42 seconds off the leaders and 50. They need a
Dan is getting caught by the Red Bull. Sorry, Jack.
It's okay. I'll carry on.
Well, Dan is getting caught by your provisional race leader. I wonder how long it will take before the Red Bull has passed Dan. Lovely purple helmet in that. Is he close enough for DRS? I don't think he is just yet. No, he's not quite yet. So We'll go with that for a while. We'll have a look to see what else is on the track. We have Danny closing up to Arctic Devils. Well, he has the DRS though. I think he will. He does look close enough in that Toro Rosso. He did put a fresh set off the super soft tyre on. Arctic Devils also did the same, but his tyres are about 4 to 5 laps old now. DRS open on the back of the Toro Rosso. He is gaining, just hitting 200 miles an hour now. So that does indicate he's running higher downforce. We've seen people hit 2.6, 2.7. He's only really capping out at about 200 miles an hour. But Joe really is catching Dan, and there is the McLaren who has disconnected. Dan sliding through, not Dan, sorry, Joe sliding through turn 1. It's not going to help the tyre, and that fuel light is coming back on as well. He's putting it to Rich and then saving again. He has to. He's got to save some fuel soon. When
Arctic is getting racy. Battle for 7th.
Arctic then, who's he battling? He's battling Danny in the Toro Rosso. Does Danny make the move up the inside here at the sector 1 split? I don't think he will. He's going to step back. I've got the chopper cam on Danny. There is something else on this game is the chopper cam.
The only thing they got right.
Can Danny get close enough now to the back of the Renault? It's great seeing these drivers throw these high downforce cars into the corners. They can carry much more speed. And some of the car manuals are just magnificent when the drivers are doing that. Got to stick though. And Joe has actually passed Dan. His original race leader is passed. But Danny is putting some serious pressure on Arctic Devils here on lap 10. What can he do now? A bright blue helmet doesn't really match that Renault. But here comes Danny now. He'll have the DRS, but he's a bit slower in a straight line. And you see Arctic pulling away.
He's going to make it.
Dan has the straight line speed. This is it though. 200 miles an hour into the heavy braking zone. Does he make the move?
Ooh.
Arctic walks him off. Oh, it's going to be closer. They're going to make contact. They do. They slightly by wheels the rear right of the Renault and the front left of the Toro Rosso. Danny couldn't make the move just yet.
It's a bit naughty from Arctic there. He kind of move across in the braking zone. Borderline
Dan
that.
is in. The Mercedes boys put medium compound tyres on that car.
So it looks like
still yet to see a safety car.
Looks like Dan will be going to the end. Crumpet going to the end, see what happens.
So Joe, he has got some clean air and is on fresher tyres and the faster compound tyre than the two people ahead. Surprised to see Bobson not coming into the pit yet. His tyres do look quite worn on the spectator cam, especially the front left. Looks like it's got some serious graining. You don't want to put that down to the rim either.
Do you want to do a rundown, Aidan, of the race director?
I will do a rundown. So we're currently on lap 11, still waiting for some people to make their pit stop. So we've got Bobster currently leading the pack. So Lane is in second place. Joe, your provisional race leader, is currently sat in third with Jacko in the Mercedes in fourth. Fifth is Paul McGuinness, sixth is Arctic Devils. Seventh, and putting some serious pressure on sixth place, is Danny. Eighth is Goody. Ninth is Demon Ash. And running at the top 10 is Dan. Owen in the Ferrari is in 11th place, with RWE in 12th. Silent Assassin catching this battle is in P13, and MP Born has disconnected.
Aidan, no DNFs though. Come on, boys.
No DNF, no one spinning it in the walls just yet. We've almost seen a few crashes though, don't get me wrong. Danny again lacking the straight line speed. That's where he can't get past Arctic Devils. He's gaining in the corners, but there's not many corners he can really overtake on this circuit. So low downforce can work for you. He has the DRS and also the slipstream, but again, he hasn't got enough straight line speed to get past that Renault. I think he's going to have to force Arctic Devils into a mistake. He's actually taking the wider line then to try and swoop back into the apex. He's actually gained a bit of time there on the Renault. He's going to do the same again, go wide so he can try and get the cleaner line, try and get the perfect exit to try and get past the Renault, but can't do it just yet. Very good defending from Arctic Devils. So Lane is in second and looks like he's struggling on those medium compound tyre now. Starting to get caught by Joe, who looks like he's about to take second place back. The fuel light is on yet again. Will Joe get past under DRS?
Now if you're Selene, again, make it as hard as you can. Try and bleed all that life out of those softs for DNHO. Make that car wide as possible.
He's actually going to go for it now as Joey dives up the inside. So Lane locks the front tyres. It's not going to do him any harm. That's the cutback. That's the Paul McGuinness-esque.
That was a Paul McGuinness move.
Yet again. One move by Selene.
There it is.
Holds on to second place. Remarkable stuff there from the Toro Rosso. Great defending, especially on those worn tyres. And Bob's has pulled into the pits. So Selene is your race leader so far. And is he doing the one stop, which might bring him into play, especially if there is a safety car?
Bob's is on the one stops. He's just bowled on some mediums to the end now. So he's in P3. So he makes no more mistakes.
Actually. He's got the run. The top two going at it yet again. Hammer and tongs between these two. Selene goes defensive. Joe goes around the outside again. Selene locking those front tyres. That's not what you want to do. That blocks him off there. Well, if this was proper F1, that front right input would be gone. But it's still on the car.
Good racing though.
Very clean though. He's having a look again as Joe got the much better traction, much better grip as well.
But this is
Selene on those medium compact tyres. And did I just see a spit of rain there?
I keep seeing little spits of rain. I don't know. Is it in the air? Paul, can you confirm?
And we go down to Paul McGuinness for track. Oh, we're going to hang on to that. Joe makes the move.
Oh, it's contact.
Blocking him off is a damage on the end plate. I don't think there is. Selene is saving ERF. What a stupid place to save it. They're now drag racing down the straight. Joe's going to have the DRS since he's got better straight line speed anyway.
Keep it clean, boys. Keep it clean, boys.
Does he
he tucks in.
Will he dive it back up the inside? No, he won't. And Joe takes back the lead of the Grand Prix. And Selene, is this his cue to make a pit stop now? He has been slow in his last few laps. And he stays out yet again. Let's go back down to Paul. What are the track conditions like?
No threat of rain apparently, but it does look a bit cloudy. So who knows, especially with this game.
Well, the weather is unpredictable, especially in Formula 1. If it's wet, you don't race. If it's dry, you race. It's as simple as.
What?
Cheers, Jeff.
We don't use the wet tyres in Formula 1, so hopefully it stays dry. We don't want to see any safety cars due to wet weather. And Demon Ash, who was up the grid, has found himself back down in 8th place. Where has it gone wrong for the Force India driver? He's currently putting up at Devils under some pressure. He goes super soft, must be getting a bit worn now on that Renault. But Danny got past him and he's got some nice clean air now in 5th place. Jacko on the mediums in 4th. Bobster currently sitting in a podium position. I think that's what he'll be aiming for after the start of this Grand Prix. And Selene is starting to really fall behind Joe, but that's to be expected, especially on medium compound tyres. Disaster classes in game chat. Unbelievable. He goes wide, and I think Demon Ash
is looking racy.
Arctic Devils here. Locks up the tyres. It's soft versus super soft. Here he goes. You go up DRS. Has Jack got anything on this?
Well, again, Demon Ash is looking very iffy around sector 2. He's losing the back end quite a lot, and he's losing time, and so he's not getting close in the back straight here. If he just keeps it tidy in sector 2, he can make a move. Because he's got decent pace, but he's going to chuck at the inside.
He dives at the inside.
Oh, that was reckless.
And he pushed him wide. That was dirty from Demon Ash.
Yeah, that was silly.
He always lost it on the grass now. He's Arctic Devils. Not well there from the Renault driver. Well, he's going to have a case against that Force India. What was Jack's view on that one?
Yep, Demon Ash to blame there. Obviously, we'll take it to the stewards, but it was only one driver to blame if there was one to blame, and he went for a move that wasn't really there. And Devils is in the pits again.
Well, Arctic Devils in. All that grit and grass on his tyres, so he's in to make another pit stop.
Tell you what,
again,
though.
towards the back, Owen Watt and Silent Assassin racing nobody after that lap one. What was that?
I'll tell you what, Goody 2K, he has improved quite a lot since Australia. He was lapped twice, and he's staying on the racing lap as well. I think he's not even that far off the front leaders. He's looking a lot better.
Well, he's 23 seconds off and coming in 6th place as well.
Yeah,
quite
he's looking
remarkable for someone that's got lap twice.
Yeah, I know. He's, for me, driver of the day at the moment. He's looked good, consistent. He's pumping the laps. What a.
Jacko is under some pressure here for 4th place. Sorry, Jack.
It's okay. How's your race going, Jacko?
tyres doesn't mean a pit stop.
That's a letdown fast on this
How's your tyre life?
I'll tell you what plan was going.
Okay, sorry, yeah.
I'll stop from here, and I'm driving.
Not now, not now!
Yeah, there's front left is a 55.
Yeah, it would be around here. What are you thinking? Are you thinking of going onto the softs or the super softs?
It's softs, I reckon.
Yeah. You'd be losing too much time in the delta if you stayed on the mediums for another 5 laps. Oh! Oh.
This is it, Danny makes the move and is up into 4th place. Pretty easy for the Toro Rosso driver. Jacko not wanting to battle him, he is on the 1 stop.
I'd pit this lap, Jacko. But I'm not meant to tell you
when
that.
Are we going to see, when are we going to see the medium runners make their first pit stops? And Bobstar is now past Sirlane. Sirlane has lost another position and is down into 3rd place. Bobster in the Renault. At least something's going right for Renault. Pretty much Hulkenberg and Julian Palmer, one doing very well and one getting punted off. Bobster into 2nd place and is going to take home probably a valuable 18 points in the constructors for Renault. Sirlane, I'm interested to see if he'll finally pit. Does he finally brake and put on those soft compound tyre? Not many battles going on now after the pit stops. Demon Ash, well, that looked like he lost it there on my screen. Don't think he did though. So, DNA Joe will start lap 17 again. Still got his fuel issues. Now you think he is leading this race. Sirlane is also winning the background. So DNA Joe, you would think, would start to save fuel. I'm going to go now with Sirlane to see what kind of tyres he puts on. Predictably, the soft compound tyres, I think.
Now, Aiden,
That's the right tyre to go for.
DNA Joe has to pit again. These softs will not go to the end, so he will pit again onto super softs. So Bobster will be leading.
Here we go, it's soft on for the Toro Rosso and thanks Jack for that one. So, DNA Joe looks like he'll have to make another pit stop, so he will be 2-stopping. Bobster is on the mediums. I've just realised that. I thought he was on the softs.
No
so
mediums to the end.
The end of this race. So we could see a race victor from Bobster, but Jacko still has to make a pit stop. Is currently 3rd, but watch out though for Sirlane. He had very good pace on the mediums. He's now over the back of Dan on the fresh soft. Don't be reckless here, Sirlane. You've had a very good race. Don't wreck it now.
Sirlane needs to get past them ASAP if he's to make this work.
Yep, he is on the back. He needs to get down. Look like he lost the rear there. So that's just Dan's internet, I think. Sirlane, he's got the traction on Dan. Can he make the move? Not quite yet, but he's got to get past him as soon as possible, as Jack was saying.
Well, Dan goes.
Again, losing the lead on the curve there, Jack.
It's going a bit defensive there. Dan is sticking to the left hand side. Sirlane breaks quite early. He's trying to get a good exit. I'm right on board with him now. Dan pulls out to the left crumpet. Sirlane's on the inside right. He's. Oh, can he hold it? Here we go.
This could be the moment. He activates the DRS now. He's going to pull to the inside. And the Toro Rosso is going to breeze past the Mercedes. Brake just before the 100 metre mark. He's actually squeezed out Dan there.
That was cheeky.
I'll go to Jack in a minute for his point of view, but that was a bit cheeky there from Sirlane. I think Dan won't be able to have a fight back, especially on those worn tyres. So Jack, what was your view on that one?
I think Sirlane didn't. I don't think Sirlane knew that Dan was so close to him. I think Sirlane thought he was. Oh, it's battle for second. Yeah, I think Sirlane thought he had the space. He had the move done and dusted and just moved back in, but Dan was still there on the inside. Luckily, no damage done.
DNA Joe has made his pit stop. DNA Joe, because Bobster now leads, so I'm pretty sure he's made his pit stop.
He has. He's
pitted.
pitted.
He's put another set of soft compound tyres. Just over 10 laps to go.
Jacko's still yet to pit in P3. he's going long.
Jacko is really going for this. He could potentially go into the super soft, especially with the track all nice and warm and rubbered in. They might be able to make the end, but Bobster looks like he's going to take a race victory, but there is such a thing as a commentator's curse. Will I regret saying that?
Know what we need now, Aiden? We need a safety car. That is badly needed.
A safety car would really spice this up as
well.
well.
It really would.
Now Sirlane, I think, has managed to close in quite a lot on the top two On the top, second and third, sorry. I do believe he is gaining slightly.
They're all on the back straight.
Massively.
They're all on the back straight, but
They're
I think
all on the back straight.
I think the top three look pretty set, if I'm honest. I think Jacko's going to pit, fall down a few spaces. The top three looks like it'll be Brendan, Josh, and then Selene, Jordan. Top three, but we'll see. Jacko's pitting.
Well, Jacko is finally making his pit stop for Mercedes, but one thing you need to take into account though, Jack, is that DNA Joe does still have fuel issues.
He does.
Still has that orange fuel light on, which means he's under 0.00, he's in the minuses.
Oh, Jacko's coming out.
To do some fuel saving.
Jacko's coming out behind that train of three. He's going to have to pump in some laps now to catch up to them.
Yes, Jacko's going to have to put the foot down.
Be interesting to see where he comes out.
The Goody, I think, has made a pit stop as well. He was running in 6th, as he did make a pit stop as he joined in 10th, just behind the Mercedes.
Is Paul in the points?
Yeah, Paul's 7th. Paul drop out though towards the end. He's going to fall right back.
RWE, I think, is in his highest position. He's seen this whole Grand Prix. He's also got fuel issues as well, so he's been running a lot to try and catch up to this battle. Danny on the soft, running a nice clean air as well. Dan running a nice clean air too. So Lane, I think, is slowly catching DNA Joe. There's not much to separate them. About maybe 8 seconds. I'm running more than Cage Vaughan for some reason. Even Ash is now 13th. I do think he has disconnected though. His race is gone. So pretty decent to down the drain. He was right up there, even Ash. But like Jack said, he was struggling in the second sector, and I think he's called that a day. Bob Sullivan on the medium compound tyre. Was that the right strategy to go for from Bobster? Right now, I do believe it is. But do you think Sylvain will be able to catch up to second place, especially with the fuel issues?
Depends how bad his fuel issues are. Let's have a look. He's 24th leader. He's 9 seconds behind DNA Joe. He's only got yellow fuel, so it depends how bad it is really. I'm sure he's just probably monitoring it. It'll be, he won't have anything surplus, but I doubt it'll be negative. So
yeah,
I thought if Selene was on super softs, he could maybe give it a go, but he can maybe gain a couple of seconds. But apart from that, it'd have to be a mistake, I think, from one of the top two.
Okay, so Jack pretty much saying that Lane looks like his best finish will be third unless mistakes do come from the top two. Dan running in a very good 4th place for Mercedes on the medium compound tyre, but he is getting caught though by Danny in the Toro Rosso. Both Toro Rossos having a very good race. Owen is into 6th, and if I don't get this wrong, which I don't believe I will, he was the person that made contact with Silent Assassin on the first lap and is up into 6th place. Will he make another pit stop though? He's currently sitting in 6th. Does he try and stretch these mediums to the end if they are worn? Or does he make the pit stop for fresh tyres?
I think if he pits, he's going to be out the points.
But he is a very quick driver. Fresh tyres compared to everybody else, and may be able to make up some ground.
If he can make up 27 seconds, I don't know.
Danny really catching Dan here. Dan is struggling on those mediums compared to Danny's softs. And if Scotland have kicked off, I wonder what the Scotland score is in there. But anyway, Danny 5th on lap 21, currently chasing down Dan, Mr. Crumpet for 4th place. Well, yeah, I do believe he'll be able to make the move in the next couple of laps. If not, maybe this lap down the back straight.
Jacko and Goody there, battle for 7th. Good racing. Who?
I don't think so. I think Goody's made a pit stop.
Let's have a look.
Because he was in 6th and then he rejoined 10th.
Yeah, Goody's pitted twice, Jacko once, Owen twice. Owen's pitted, so he's going to the end. I think that'll be him, yeah.
And so Owen going to the end then for Ferrari. That'll be a pretty decent comeback. I think he'll be happy with that after... I think he did lose some sort of part of this from when he did have to make a pit stop on the first lap.
Yeah, Ron's just pitted as well into the Super Softs. He's P11, so I don't know if he'll make a charge up. We'll have to see.
Goody and the McLaren putting Jack under some serious pressure. Jack hasn't been able to pull away from Goody since he came out of the pit lane.
Battle for 4th, Hayden.
Battle for 4th. So Dan, under some pressure now from Danny. I thought it would be this lap down the back straight, and it might just be Danny in 5th, trying to take 4th place, which means it's a Toro Rosso 3-4, and I'm pretty sure Franz Tost would be happy with that. Danny makes the move up the inside. Can he make it stick? Dan, does he do a switch back? He can, and Danny makes the move, and is
Doesn't have the
4th.
grip.
Very good move.
Just doesn't have the mechanical grip there to get out the corner. That was that easy for Danny.
Well, Dan might be able to come back here with the DRS.
It's got a good exit as well.
That bright purple helmet looks stupid in that car, but Dan won't mind at the time. Into turn 1 they go, and the picture of Danny now has made the move stick, and will charge on, and I'm pretty sure the top 4 will stay the way as it is, unless there is mistakes further up the grid. But that does look set in stone for the laps to come. DNA Joe was 14 seconds before, 14.7 off. Going to keep an eye on that gap, see the is closing in, but I think there's not enough laps. I think he would need to be lapping about 2 seconds a lap faster, maybe more. Goody then, still on the back of Jacko, and Silent Assassin. First time we really had to bring him up in this Grand Prix, and he is catching 8th place Goody, and he's also catching 7th place Jacko. I believe he was front wing on lap 1. I'm pretty sure he'll be happy with this comeback as well. Very good pace from the Sauber driver.
What's happened to Demon Ash? He's still racing, right? Yeah.
Demon Ash is back actually. He was ghosting when I went with him, but he is
so
back
he's lost connection. 4 minutes off the pace, that's what I like to see.
Can Silent Assassin make the move? And again, I'm pretty sure from where the two drivers were after making contact, I'm pretty sure they'll be very happy with this comeback. Silent Assassin there on the back of this battle. What can he do with it? I don't think he's in DRS range just yet, and he's not. I don't think Goody is actually. I think his flap on the rear wing is open, but too far back on Jacko to make a move.
This will be interesting.
Silent Assassin then on the... Oh, Goody's lost it. This might be the chance for Silent Assassin to get in to 8th place. Currently 9th. He will have the DRS in the back of that McLaren. Is the Sauber fast enough in a straight line? Assassin has the DRS. Your championship leader needs to make some ground soon. Goody blocks him off. Very well there from Goody. Great defending from the McLaren driver. Can he swoop it up the inside? Goody kind of blocking it, making that car as wide as he possibly can. He's going to try. Don't accelerate on the curve. That's just going to lead to you spinning round, and settles for 9th place so far. But Goody, after making that mistake, I think that's going to allow Jacko to finally stretch away from the McLaren.
Jacko needs this so these two can battle. He can pull away a little bit. Because Silent Assassin, if he gets past, he'll be in the gearbox of Jacko before you know it. He's a quick driver.
Well, if you want to catch Jacko and get more positions, he's going to have to get past that McLaren as soon as he possibly can.
Good recovery from Silent Assassin. I mean, I don't really know what happened with him and Owen, so no doubt there'll be something for the stewards to look at. Can't wait.
Well, I don't really know what happened either.
No,
I just seen 2 cars fly off in the gravel.
It's not like we have the side pod glitch, is it? So it must have been something pretty bad. Yeah. Owen's in 6. I mean, that's fantastic.
This is the moment. Two great comebacks from two great drivers, but this is the moment for the Sauber driver. He's going to pull to the inside on the McLaren. Will Goody put up a fight? I believe he will. Round the outside goes the McLaren. Does he do the switch back?
Tries the switch back. No.
And now, can the Sauber driver set sights on that Mercedes? But will Goody come back with the DRS? Goody was running in 6th. Currently 9th, and Jack was a 3-second penalty, I think.
What's that, Jacko?
Got a 3-second penalty.
Oh no.
That is it then. I think if Silent Assassin can pick up the pace, he will have 7th place in the bag. Is anything else going on in this Grand Prix? Owen, again, very good recoverable drive, is currently 6th. So Lane again, too far off. Joe is catching 1st place. It was 14.7, it's now 13.2, but again, he's not lapping fast enough to catch the race leader, and needs to pick up the pace and still has the fuel light on. But again, we're not sure what that is about, whether he is on high or low fuel. Silent Assassin in, he is catching Jacko, who does have a penalty, keep in mind, so hopefully Silent Assassin doesn't waste this opportunity. Hope he doesn't crash into the Mercedes and take him out. He has got a 3-second time penalty. Silent Assassin won't know that unless Jeff tells him.
Tell you what, this has been an absolute Bobster masterclass. He's the one stops work for him. DNA Josh, he's tried the 2-stop and he's just not had the pace on the option tyres to get up there. And Bobster's just driven away comfortably.
He has yet to have this race in control since the lights went out. That Bobster kept away from all the drama. Managed to keep that banana car out of it, and Paul's going whoa in the background. Something's happened.
What's that, Ted? What's happened?
Silent Assassin's down to 9th.
Assassin's down to 9th. He's been passed by Goody. What has gone on there?
What is this? There's 4 cars in the back. Oh no, what is this? Oh, one of them's ghosting.
Arctic Devils is revving the shit out of his gearbox as he cancels, so I'm going to go away from that. Goody then has managed to get back past the Sauber. Now, that's something I did not expect from a driver who got lapped twice in Australia. Lap 25 out of 28, and Jacko is now being pulled back into this battle.
This is the battle to watch. Oh, Silent Assassin's gone for
Assassin! Up the inside, he goes. Can he make a move stick? He can, I think. He does make the move stick to Silent Assassin, but Goody.
He's sticking
He's
in.
going to come back at him. Keep it clean, boys.
Keep it clean.
Oh, he's trying to get all the hands are up in frustration. He's still got a hold of his Goody.
Has he still got it?
He's done it. Goody's held it. The championship leader has just been bullied.
What a move, Aiden. What a move.
McLaren. What a move by the McLaren driver to hold off Silent Assassin. Very well done.
That's great, we're driving that.
McLaren Honda.
That's fantastic. He wasn't having any of that.
Have you got the straight line speed though? What went wrong though? Does Jacko know?
Silent Assassin hit me in the braking zone.
So Assassin tried to make the move on the Mercedes, but whacked into the back of it. Goody's made a mistake. I think this is Assassin's chance now to get back into 8th. He's also running out of time to make this move as well.
This must be the battle on track.
Not giving up there, Jack. Great driver
he wasn't.
from your drivers.
I mean, Silent Assassin, he chucked on the inside, and you think, oh, done and dusted. But Goody's like, nah, I'm not having that. I'm going to keep it in there. And fair play to him. Clean driving all the way, and he kept to it. What a move! Move of the race. Possibly move of the season so far. Move of the season so far in all the leagues, I'd say. It's up there.
Now, and I don't know if you do this or not, so I don't really watch the live stream, but
cheers, Aiden.
Is there a driver of the day thing in the comments?
We do driver of the day if we can.
So before the race ends, vote for driver of the day.
Let's give them a little rundown.
Not counting for anybody.
So we've got Bob's there.
The back of Jacko now.
There's your top 10.
So your top 10 then, you've got Bobster, Joe, Sir Lanix, Danny, Crumpet, Owen, Jacko, Goody, Silent Assassin and Arctic Devils are rounding out your top 10. But Goody in the McLaren, ever since he got back past Silent Assassin, has that urge. He's over the back of Jacko now. He's actually made a mistake there, as I say that.
We're on board with the chopper as well.
Chopper cam.
We're on chopper cam. Yes.
And here comes Silent Assassin. Oh, he's going on the grass. Keep your foot down.
Is that
as much speed as you possibly can.
That's Arctic Devils. He's going to try and join the party as well if he can.
Arctic Devils might try and join us as Jack is seeing in the background. Assassin again, too far back. Can't make the move just yet on that sponsorless Sauber.
So Aiden, who'd be your driver of the day then? Who's
my driver of the day? I have to say, it's got to be Solane. Was outside the top 10, took the mediums to a podium position, and is now still in that position now.
A comfortable P3 as well.
Comfortable P3. My driver of the day is the Toro Rosso driver of Solane.
I think it'd probably be Solane or Crumpet for me. Crumpet as well started 12th or 13th, was it? And he's just managed his tyre as well. P5. Very solid drive from the Crumpet as well. But yeah, Solane just for a comfortable podium. He did really well in that medium stint. He took it well. Good consistent times. So that'd be mine.
Well
depends what.
Well,
any idea what they're saying in the chat? Who's their driver of the
day? I haven't checked the channel.
Is saying it's got to be Bobster surely, or maybe Sir Lane.
Yeah,
so
Bobster's
kind of. Yeah.
I'm going to go for Sir Lane as my driver of the day.
We'll give it to Solane then. We'll give it to Solane.
So Solane is your ILR. ILR3 driver of the day in Shanghai.
This battle's still going on for P7, 8 and 9.
We're running out of laps here. And Southern Assassin has to make the move. He's got a brilliant exit. There's rubber getting picked up from the back of that McLaren. Goody goes defensive. There's DRS open on the both of them. Southern Assassin pulls to the left-hand side. Who's going to be the latest of breakers? This is only for P8 though. Goody is the latest breaker. I breaks himself, and Southern Assassin makes the move yet again on the McLaren and is into P8, but only has a lap now to try and catch Jackal. Will he do it? And Owen is also catching Dan as well for P5, but he's not close enough just yet.
Jesus, 4 cars here, all for P7, 8, 9, 10.
Well,
on the last lap.
Able to gain another few seconds on the leader, but it's far too late for that.
Too little, too late.
It is too little, too late, as Jack says. Going down the back straight then is your race leader. Capping out around about 200 miles an hour. Break just before the 100-metre board. Bobster then started around about 5th place on the grid. Kept out of all the trouble and will now round the final corner to win the ILR3 Shanghai Grand Prix. Bobster is your race winner in China, and he'll be very happy with that, keeping out of all the drama. It's a very good race, a very good strategy. Joe, who was your race leader, will take 2nd place and 2nd
He'll be happy with that. Podium. He'll be happy with that.
Lane has been an excellent drive from outside the top 10. The one stop has put him in to the podium position.
He's delighted with that.
The final step, Sir Lane weaves across the line and takes 3rd place.
Oh.
Danny then will take 4th, and Demon Ash comes across in 11th. Owen couldn't get close to Dan, and Dan looks like he's going to take 5th.
Here's the train for 4th.
Dan will take 5th. Silent Assassin, no, not close enough. Goody is under some pressure from Arctic Devils actually, but I think he's just going to be able to hold on.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I wish we had a few more laps with this train, it would have been fun.
So Jack will kind of come home and take 7th.
Oh,
Silent Assassin. Oh, here we go, they're going to go to the line.
Oh.
Silent Assassin will take 7th actually, because Jack will have the penalty.
Oh, that was close though.
So that is your ILR3 Shanghai Grand Prix. It was a dramatic start and it was a dramatic end as well. The battle for 7th place really hotting up towards the end. And we'll just give you a rundown there of the classification when it finally popped up on my screen. But look at that podium. There's 2 British flags. There's a Renault driver, there's a Red Bull driver, and there's a Toro Rosso driver. Remarkable stuff from Bobster and Sir Lane to even be on that podium. And the cameraman will move it out, getting soaked in a minute. There we go. Soaked in champagne. And Renault take home a valuable 25 points as well. Arctic Devils, I think, also took home 1 point as well, if I'm not mistaken.
And there we have it.
You know, he took home 2. So Bobster was your race winner with 25 points. Joe, who started on pole, got demoted to 2nd, so Lane is 3rd. Danny is 4th, a very good race for the 2 Toro Rosso drivers. Dan is 5th, Owen is 6th. Silent Assassin managed to get 7th place, getting past Goody. No, he got past Jack, who had a penalty. Goody comes home in 8th, Arctic Devils is 9th, and Jackal will take home the final point. And Demon Ash, it was going so well for him, finishes a lap down in 11th place.
Jacko, that 3-second penalty's hurt you quite a bit there. Jeez.
Yeah, at least I've got a point.
That's it, you start, mate.
I'm off towards Scotland, bye.
Cheers, guys.